Are they joining in chat?
I don't know, man. All I know is
Thank
this.
you for watching Highway 34 Connection. Today's podcast will begin shortly.
Your co-hosts are Chief streaming from Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, along with Insidious streaming on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, and the Ghost from Ghost MAF streaming on Twitch. Welcome to Highway 34 Connection, the pod. The following podcasts are for mature audiences only, unscripted, unfiltered, and unedited as always. Pro Wrestling Talk, where we will sit down and we will discuss the world of professional wrestling. Conspiracy theories. Have a conspiracy you want us to talk about? Email us at highway34@gmail.com. Highway 34's History Lesson of the Week for World History. Talking Football, where we'll discuss the National Football League, the XFL, and the USFL. And the Honest 50, where the Chief will sit down with a guest and ask 50 questions, 25 from the Chief, 25 from their community. The Battle of Highway 34, the Trivia Show. Watch and listen as Ghost battles Insidious, or they battle the Chief. It is now time for your main event. Let's freaking go. Hey everybody, it is the Chief as always with Ghost and Insidious. Thanks for joining us tonight. Ghost, wish you could have been there this afternoon, but we all understand shit happens. Now with that said, welcome to Pro Wrestling Talk. Tonight we're going to talk about Crown Jewel and a few other things. I don't know if Ghost will stick around when we stop talking about WWE, but we'll start with WWE for now. So Crown Jewel was yesterday afternoon in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia.
Hi, Scribbles.
Hey, Scribble. In the pre-show, we saw Sami Zayn defeat JD McDonough by pinfall. Jey Uso came down to make the save and took off after the Judgment Day.
Hi, Pixie.
With the steel chair. Hey, Pixie. So that was interesting. I want to know your talks on the pre-show match. Should have been on a pre-show?
Oh wait, we're talking about that match? Oh, sorry. I nodded on.
So was it pre-show worthy or should have been on the main card?
I think it was okay being on the pre-show, personally. I mean, because then you would have to put another match on the pre-show. And I think that was the perfect one to be putting it on. I mean, because no disrespect to JD McDonough, I don't know if he's ready for the main thing yet, one-on-one. I mean, he's getting there. He is getting there. He's just not there yet.
Who, JD?
Yeah.
With the look on Insidious's face, I'm taking it he didn't watch the highlights from that match.
I did. I'm just not a JD McDonough fan.
All right, the opening match for Crown Jewel was 18 minutes and 20 seconds long. It was for the World Heavyweight Championship. Seth freaking Rollins defeated Drew McIntyre. Before we talk about this match, I did read today that Drew McIntyre has officially re-signed with WWE. So your thoughts on the match and whether he should have re-signed?
Well, I kind of saw that coming because he says that he didn't like working with Vince, but now that Hunter's kind of taken over, he likes working with Hunter. Because that's where, I mean, don't forget the way he had that run in NXT. Hunter knows how to take care of him. That's number one. Okay, so number two. That should have been the main event. Personally, honestly, I think that match was the better of the two world title matches. And that's just my personal opinion. That was a great match. It was clean, and all the way through. But I don't think it really ends that rivalry. You know what I mean? Because you could tell McIntyre beat Rollins for a world title. Now Rollins has beaten him for a world title. Now they need a rubber match, and I think I don't know if Survivor Series will do it because I know they're leading to the whole Raw versus SmackDown thing. But if they do, they should make it like a specialty match. But that's my opinion.
From sources, last night was Roman's last match for 2023.
Doesn't mean they can't do Raw versus SmackDown in another way. Because you go with the
No.
whole.
Let's face it. Roman's a part timer, but everybody gave Cena shit for being a part timer. That is a part timer.
Cena's had 5 matches in 5 years.
And Roman's had how many in 3? You want to do the math? Not by much. I can assure you of that. Not by much. And Cena is technically semi-retired. He said that. You are a champion. Where is your championess at? Hiding behind your cousins, showing up, letting everybody bow to you, and then you're gone again.
Roman is also a heel. He's doing what heels do. You're telling me Hunter never hit
Which heel has been? Which heel leaves for 2 months at a time?
You're talking about Hunter never hid behind Evolution. You're telling me Orton did hide
You're
behind
missing my point. You're missing my point. You're missing behind my point. He's a champion. Act like it. Triple H hid behind Evolution. But guess what? He was a fighting champion. He didn't hide
he bitched
for 2 months.
This fight against the Hurricane.
That was funny. I don't care. That shit was funny. But the point I'm making is Triple H wasn't gone for 2 months at a time and said, hey, I'm going to come back and champion and fight now. No, because if you would have done that, Vince would have ripped that title out from under you. Tell me I'm wrong.
We got our guest. This is one of our guests that we always tell you about. Come on.
Okay, there's one.
Well, one of them.
I think his mic might be muted.
It is.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yep, we can hear you now. Welcome in.
Welcome. Thanks for having me.
If you're friends with Ghost, I feel sorry for you.
What are you talking about? You were friends with him for 13 years.
13? Try 30.
Hey, I was trying to give you the short version, but hey.
I know.
Well, welcome. We're right now. We're talking about the World Heavyweight Title match, Seth versus McIntyre.
Right now we're talking. Well, one of them is. One's talking about how Roman's held the title for too damn long, spent most of his time hiding at home.
I agree. I just pulled up some stats today on that. He's only defended it 5 times this year, and 7 times last year. So, 12 defenses between 2 years. Yeah,
that goes to my statement. If that was Vince, they would have pulled that title out from under your ass.
Yep, I agree.
If you're not going to be there every day, Vince would have pulled it. If you were on
they
injury,
need to bring
Vince
back
would have
that
pulled
you have to defend it in 30 days or you lose it bullshit.
Yep, yeah. I completely agree. When they got rid of that, the whole 30-day claw thing or statement that they had going on, just held the title now, so nobody defends. I mean, unless you're Seth Rollins, and then you defend it every day. So,
yeah. But on Seth's defense, though, he kind of has to because, like he says, he don't know how much time he actually has. So, I'm not going to be shocked if WrestleMania ain't his last match.
Seth Rollins' last match at WrestleMania. I don't foresee that happening. I see him taking maybe time off if he's actually, really injured where he can't keep where he can't keep wrestling.
What I was hearing, his back is not far off from where he was Edge's position. You fall off a ladder, you ain't getting back up situation.
Right.
True, but Edge also needed just some time to recuperate. He came back better than ever. Maybe Rollins just needs a timeout.
Yeah, but look at how long it took him to do that. I mean,
that's also the neck.
To be honest,
that's also the neck, though.
But to be honest, he's also younger than Edge was.
Right.
He needs to refocus, redesign, rebuild.
How the fuck? You make him sound like a robot, dude. He might be an architect, but he ain't no robot.
No, I'm making fun of an old shirt that he used to wear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
All right.
I will say, I think the funniest thing, the entire Crown Jewel actually took place after the Seth versus Drew match. When Sandow, oh my God, Priest went to cash in and was thrown headfirst in the ring post, and Zayn stole the case and took off with it.
So my opinion on that, though, and I keep saying this about Damian Priest, he's never going to cash in on Seth Rollins. I think he's going to end up cashing in on Gunther, and that's how Gunther's going to lose the belt. So that's my prediction.
Since Gunther was brought up, I did read that he is currently under a travel ban.
Yep.
Due to his green card, he can't leave the United States except to go home to the UK. Otherwise, he is not allowed to leave the United States for 6 months.
Which is looking like it's going to be obviously after the February pay-per-view that they have coming up the Elimination Chamber. So he's not going to be able to defend it. And I was reading up on that today, and I saw that because I was wondering why he wasn't getting any traveling time, overseas, fighting anywhere, which makes sense.
Looking. And that's why they're deciding a number one contender for his title tomorrow on Raw.
We have 6 viewers. Welcome in.
So the next match I think should have been the main event because of my personal experience. 11 minutes 5 seconds, a fatal 5-way for the Women's World Championship.
Yes.
Rhea Ripley successfully defend against Nia Jax, Raquel Rodriguez, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark.
Well, can we just start?
That riptide on the top that slams on 3 people. That was wait. Let's not take anything from Shayna Baszler. Putting 3 women in a submission hold at once. If that was only a fatal 4-way, Shayna would have going to win because they all were being torn apart.
First off, though, let's talk about the entrance of Rhea Ripley. Let's start the match from the beginning, though. The entrance that she had.
Whether her hair is blonde or black, she's still hot as hell.
Yes.
You also like the potato. Chief. You've always liked the goth chicks. Should we make a list from the girls that you liked back in the day?
No, this is not a Let's Roast Chief podcast.
You want me to make a list? I can give them to you. Goth chicks are sexy. Must say.
Just look at Liv when she was going goth and
fuck yes.
Alexa.
Fuck yeah. Okay. Fast forward back to what we're talking about.
Oh, good Lord.
I will say the fatal 5-way for the Women's World title. I will say I knew for sure that Rhea Stark wasn't winning that match. It is too early in her career for a world title.
You mean Zoe Stark? You said Rhea Stark.
Zoe, sorry. I'm tired. Leave me alone.
Nope. His mind's on Rhea. Don't let her get twisted.
Yeah. And here's the reason how I knew Rhea was going to retain.
Hey, Christina, you're getting laid tonight.
Elimination Chamber is where?
Australia. And that's her
Where's
baby.
Rhea from?
She's gonna be the fan favorite in that time. The whole place is gonna go berserk when she comes.
She is going to hold that championship until after the Elimination Chamber, I guarantee it. Or they'll have her lose and win the title back in the chamber.
That'd be nice.
It's either she's going to be champion until after it, or she'll take it back during the chamber.
Can anybody else actually?
In my defense, I'm not the only one.
Is anybody else actually pissed off that it took her to join the Judgment Day for anybody to actually notice her talent, or is it just me?
Oh, I noticed her talent when she was in NXT.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it took WWE officials to realize that long.
There is nothing wrong with a heel turn into a faction to help boost their career. It's worked for dozens of superstars.
You're missing my point. It ain't about the faction. It's about how good she actually was, and it took them that long to notice.
I think she was good in the ring, but she still was like a little rough around the edges. But being on the Judgment Day really did help it. She's gotten more dangerous than she ever was.
Well, when you also have a veteran like Adam Copeland working with you on the microphone, it helps a little bit.
And now you got someone like Finn Balor, who's also a veteran in his own rights, working with you.
Hey, don't turn down Dirty Dom's mic skills, okay? He gets in about 5 words every show. So his mic skills are helping out.
If the crowd would actually shut up, I think he'd get more mic time, but
let's face it, nobody cares. You know what killed him though on the mic is when he started talking about how he was in prison, and they're like, "Yeah, for a whole 5 minutes."
As someone that was in prison, Dom don't know shit about prison. Just throwing that out there.
We know.
I'm sorry.
That was the point behind it. Yeah, you were in jail for a whole 5 minutes.
Throw Dominic Mysterio in a maximum security prison. I guarantee he'll be dead or not able to walk within 5 minutes.
Oh man, that's funny.
This next match, I don't see why it needed to take place. I think it's fucking stupid it took place, but at the same time, I understand it. 16 minutes, 10 seconds. Solo Sikoa defeated John Cena with more than 5 Samoan spikes.
I give Cena a lot of credit for that, actually.
Oh, I guarantee his throat hurt after that match, and not by sucking dick, neither.
No, I was actually saying he actually helped him out in a big way.
Oh, here we go with the Insidious.
You know what? The anti-Cena person needs to get off his jockstrap for a minute and actually listen. You're the one that's always doubting and saying he squashes everybody. But this is 2 matches where he's actually completely lost and actually helped them.
Well, he hasn't won a singles match since 2018, so he keeps losing. I
don't think he's actually caring about winning as much as he is about just helping.
Today
they need to pull the GOAT title off of him too. By the way,
he is not the greatest of all time. That's kind of pissing me off.
Real quick, Scribble, make what a pay-per-view? Dom in an actual prison?
Yeah.
a prison riot match. That'd be awesome.
Starring Dirty Dom in the middle.
Versus MVP or Booker.
So it'd be like a it'd be like a lumberjack match with everybody being like the prisoners.
Actually, I was gonna say it would be like Stone Cold Steve Austin, Booker T in the middle of a supermarket.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he was still alive.
We're bringing up some classics, Insidious.
If he's still alive, If he was still alive, I'd be like, "What is Boss Man going to be the prison guard?"
Being in prison for more than 5 minutes. Hey, that it can still happen. Have the Undertaker be in the infirmary.
Ow! You trying to get Dom killed?
Or you could have Kane in his famous boiler room area.
I thought that was Foley. That was
Mankind. That was the boiler room.
Yeah, that was Foley there, bud.
No, there was a couple scenes where Kane was in the boiler room. When he did his actual evil talks, most time it was with somewhere in a boiler room or somewhere in red.
I do agree with that.
But yes, there was but when Foley was commissioner, his office was the boiler room. I remember that. That was funny.
But yeah, Solo dominated Cena for most of that match.
Well, the match at the end of the day, I think it was pointless, though. There was no, as we said at the beginning, it should have never even been on the card. They could have done something completely different.
To me, that should have been a pre-show match.
Oh, but Big Match John doesn't do pre-show matches.
Yeah, I know. This next match show
not really a pre-show. Maybe the beginning of the map card should have been. It shouldn't have been a mid-carder for as short as it was. It should have been the beginning.
Yeah,
but serious. Hold on. In those big kind of pay-per-views, though, the first match is usually one of the main events.
Not really. Most of them suck. Yeah. That's why we fast forward them.
The only reason why the very first match has been a main event is since the Thunderdome. Prior to Thunderdome, all your main events were at the end of the pay-per-view.
Except when you had Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins, though, WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's because Brock was a whiny little bitch back then, but yeah.
Fair enough.
It's true.
Hey, Chief, I want you to go to Minnesota and tell him that.
I can't go to where he's at. He's not in Minnesota anymore. He's in Canada, you dumb fuck.
Hey, he's got 2 ranches, one in Minnesota, one in Canada. Figure out which one he's at.
I'm good. I said back then. I didn't say nowadays. This next match, I'm not even going to discuss because it pisses me off. Logan Paul defeats Rey Mysterio for the U.S. title. You three have fun.
As we said, talk about it though. Rey Mysterio's coming out. I'm rewatching the pay-per-view right now. So
Dude,
I personally think Logan deserved it. He deserved it.
Yeah, that match was good. That match was really good. It wasn't blotchy.
Talking about.
It wasn't blotchy. It was. You couldn't get any more top rope moves in that fucking match.
Hey, honestly, can we also take a 5-second look at the fact that Logan Paul saved Rey Mysterio during the match? Because there was that botch that Rey almost landed on his head, and Logan quickly caught him.
I will say that was a good catch. Otherwise, Logan, my eyes, should not have won that match.
You know, Paul, it's funny because you hate Logan almost as much as Ghost hates Cena. It's hilarious.
No, I'm pretty sure I hate Cena more than he does. But no, it's just, here's the thing. Oh, hold on again.
I mean, each their own. That's why they're called fans.
Before the article I read today, I was extremely pissed. You're going to give a time. Okay, you have someone that half-assed defends his title. Like Wyatt said, 5 times this year.
Come on. Do we have like a max of how many people is allowed to be in this podcast at once?
I don't know why.
Because our other guest, the one I was trying to get into here, keeps claiming he's trying to get in, but he's unable to get in.
Uno, por favor.
And he keeps calling me, yelling at me, saying,
I'm just going to say, I don't like the fact that Logan Paul's a champion because I have a feeling he's going to be a part-timer just like Roman. What?
Well, maybe. This might be a way to get him more involved.
But he did announce today that he is going to be more involved with WWE now that he is a champion.
If you do part-time, though, for Logan Paul, or more or less like a part-time schedule, I guess, then you have no championship on SmackDown besides the women's title.
Yeah.
And the tag titles, would that go
They hardly ever on SmackDown, though.
Well, we also got to remember is that UFC now actually owns part of WWE. Actually owns all of it. They are thinking about booking him in matches, same as Ronda Rousey. And they can do that. I'm still waiting for the first ever UFC fight with WWE rules as anything goes in it. I'm on board.
All right, to answer your question, you can have 10 people in the stream. Up to 12 people can enter the studio, so you can swap out people in and out if you're doing a dynamic talk show. So it says we could have 10.
All right, well, then I don't know what the deal is. Hold on. I don't know.
Send him a new link. Maybe it's because Wyatt used the one link that you had. Maybe you have to send him a new invite.
All right. Doing it now.
Or she, because I don't know if it's a girl or a boy that's blowing up your phone.
All right, I sent him another link.
So after all this, though, Logan Paul, with the little bit that he's been in the ring with WWE, though, he is a performer.
8 matches.
Yes, I will admit he is picking it up
faster than anybody else ever has. That's for fucking sure.
I mean, you got to think where he was last year.
Veterans look stupid.
You would get your ass off topic. I got to click on this article that I'm reading half-assed. It's going to make me say you'd get your ass whooped. Tori Wilson openly admits she's super obsessed with Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair. I don't think she'd be able to last 5 minutes with either of them.
It's Tori, so I'm gonna have to go with Tori. Sorry, she's a veteran and she's hot.
No, I don't think she'd be able to keep it up with them. Sorry.
Don't care.
That's coming from the person that can't stand either one of them.
Who?
Chief.
I can stand Charlotte.
Oh, do not hate on Charlotte Flair. She is now.
No, I can withstand Charlotte more than I can Bianca.
Oh, I don't like Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair's storytelling is terrible.
Hold on. You want me to like Bianca Belair?
No.
Have her turn heel and join her husband.
Well,
then
I
might
agree.
like her. Then I might like her.
Agreed.
I can't stand her.
Join Bobby Lashley's group. That'd be actually pretty good.
Instead of BFAB, have her join.
I think Logan Paul, though, he ends up holding his belt till WrestleMania. And then LA Knight, that's the belt that LA Knight will take off of him.
See, I like LA Knight.
I'm wearing his shirt right now.
What I don't understand is why everybody has a big deal about his persona. To me, that's the biggest homage anyone's ever done is took one part Rock, one part fucking Stone Cold, and mixed them all together. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
The fucked up thing is, you're all talking about his persona, but yet he had almost this identical persona when he was in Impact as the champ.
I didn't watch him in Impact, so I can't tell you that.
Google Eli Drake, and you'll know everything you need to know.
I'm just understanding why everybody's
just
bitching about it. When
Knight with his finger, he did it with Eli Drake.
But the thing about Impact Wrestling is, though, there's only about 50,000 people that watch that show a week, which is now no longer there because it's TNA. So
as of the new year, yeah.
And the only way that's going to ever take back off, in my opinion, is if you have AJ actually go back over there.
I don't know.
That's my opinion.
CM Punk might be going back there.
Well, that'd be fucking stupid.
Let's fast forward ahead real quick, though, to Survivor Series. Do we get a CM Punk at Survivor Series or Randy Orton? Where do we think that's going to happen?
Orton is, what I've been reading, Orton is slated to return tomorrow. He was supposed to return last night, but Triple H didn't want to ruin the main event by having him return. Because I guess he's supposed to be calling out Roman.
Of course. So Roman can squash another fucking great guy. Great, perfect.
At the Royal Rumble, when he won't show up for the next 2 months.
Yeah. Io Sky defeats Bianca Belair for the WWE to retain the WWE Women's Championship with the help of her former tag team partner from Japan, the returning
Kairi
Sane. And everybody's like, Kairi Sane. That's what I've been hearing all weekend.
What?
Who is Kairi Sane?
See, this is the problem right here. And this is what I was concerned about with her returning a crown jewel. That was not the place to do it because nobody knew who she was there. Now, if she came back on SmackDown, she would have gotten a bigger pop. I guarantee it.
Yep, because there's a lot of content creators that are posting TikToks, Instagram Reels, YouTube Reels of the crowd being dead silent.
Because nobody in that country knows who Kairi Sane is.
Exactly.
I don't even know who she is, and I'm in the U.S. So
I was going to say, half the people in America don't even know who she is.
I know who Kairi Sane is. She's freaking hot.
I mean, I know who she is, but I mean, I don't think
your taste in women and our taste in women are two different things.
But I'm going to talk about Kairi for a minute because I've actually read an article on what the plan is with Kairi. If I were Bayley and Dakota, I would run.
I know. It's supposed to be Io, Kairi, and Asuka 3 teaming up.
No.
No? Oh, they changed it again?
It's going to be the 3 of them, but they're going to have a 4th.
So what do you do with Bayley and Dakota Kai?
But before I get to the 4th, apparently at some point Io is supposed to turn on Bayley because Bayley's the one who sent Kairi Sane back to Japan.
Right.
In her final match. That's why when she saved Bayley from getting the KOD, I was like, bitch, she's the one that took you out. What the fuck you doing? But from what I've been reading, Asuka, Kairi, Io are supposed to be joined by a turning former NXT superstar. I'm going to butcher her name. Saraya. Saraya. Saraya.
I thought she was supposed to return till after Sean got the whole NXT Japan retail started.
No, she's not even under contract right now. when she got hurt, I guess they secretly released her without telling anybody from the article that I read. But I guess Triple H was influent in getting her back to be part of this new stable.
Here's a question, and my wife actually brought this up to ask you guys. Do you think Vince has an issue with Asian wrestlers where Triple H has no problem with them?
Well, seeing that Vince McMahon has no control of the WWE anymore.
No. Okay, so I'm thinking about it. Think of this. When Vince was in charge, how often did an Asian ever hold a title? Or even get a title shot? And don't count Tajiri with the Cruiserweight title. Or tag title.
Really? That's an Asian. That's an Asian.
I'm talking about a world title.
Technically, he's Japanese, but yeah.
I said Asian.
Besides Asuka, I don't think anybody.
No.
I can name one.
Asuka's had a world title.
I can name
Kairi
one.
had the NXT title, and Io now currently has the world title. So, but
Yokozuna.
But Io is part of Triple H's era here, though. So, and Yokozuna is not Japanese. Yokozuna is Samoan. He just put on a show as he was Japanese.
Okay, who's that one that had the? Who's the one that had the tattoos on the side of his head?
Umaga.
No.
Is that what you're talking about?
Are you talking? No. You're not talking about A-Train when you're doing the 10-side gimmick.
Oh, yeah.
No, before A-Train. He would have been in early 90s with Hogan. I can't remember his fucking name for the life of me. Fuck. But he had Chinese symbols tattooed on his head. Yeah.
Oh my god, that dude, we hate you.
Man, but I don't know. I don't think Tatanka ever got a world title.
I don't think so either.
No, he didn't.
I can't Google it. I can't Google it. I'm not on my phone. Well, I'm on my phone, but if
I think Shinsuke was like the only one that actually got a world title shot.
Tatanka.
Yeah, then they took it from him.
Next time, win. All right.
You can't go with what's scripted.
I can think of several times when that is not the case in CNES.
It's all scripted, Ghost. You can't go against creators.
Okay, Kane Taker, WrestleMania 20.
By the way, Tatanka is an American.
Scripted?
No, it wasn't. That was actually scripted for Kane to win. Why do you think it botched so badly? I mean, if you go back and watch Kane and Taker WrestleMania 20,
if you go back and go back and look,
that Taker won after a choke slam of all things, not a tombstone, a choke slam. And then go backstage. Vince is pissed as hell, and that's when Kane told Vince, "Dude, that guy's undefeated at WrestleMania. Go use it." I mean, that's when they started calling it the streak. I mean, look before WrestleMania 20, they never even mentioned a streak until after WrestleMania 20.
Hey guys, you were talking about Tatanka. You can't consider him to be Asian because he was born in North Carolina.
He has Asian.
Just because he ain't from there doesn't mean he ain't Asian. You racist fuck.
Oh shit, he's still under contract.
Must be a trainer.
Legends deal. Yeah. Lumbee tribe. Where the fuck are they from? North Carolina.
What's wrong with that?
Anywho, so Eos versus Bianca. What's your thoughts?
I give it a C-.
Shitty match.
I'm just happy that Io won. I don't care how. I don't want Bianca winning.
The EST is boring.
This cause her to turn heel because she lost?
No.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Yeah, I'm with him on that. Give her another month.
Priest, Cody Rhodes.
Filler match to keep Cody irrelevant, pretty much, because we see the same thing every Monday Night Raw. Somehow it is Cody Rhodes, Judgment Day, main event, Jey Uso. I mean, we're seeing the same stuff just to keep Cody around in the Bloodline area.
Yeah, see that was another match that I don't really think. I mean, that could have been a pre-show match if you ask me. I mean, that or start the show or a second match. I mean, that really. It really was.
I don't know. For what it was, I think it was right where it needed to be in the mid-card area. It was a really good match. It was a good 5
it was. I'm not taking it away. Yeah, it was a good match.
It was the second to last match.
Did it really need to be done? Because doesn't it kind of kill Priest's momentum?
Well, let me ask you something, guys. all of you, really. Did the whole show need to happen the way it did? No. Could better matches be played? Yeah, you got a hell of a lot of fucking talent on that roster that you could have used better. I think they're all being used wrong, in my opinion. I think the matches are kind of sloppily put together. They're not long storylined at all before you're in your next pay-per-view. So what really hyped them up? What really hyped up anybody for this pay-per-view?
I think the only thing that was really hyped was the main event. Roman versus LA Knight.
Solo and John Cena only had 2 fucking weeks. They had Monday and Friday. That was it. No, it was 1 week. Monday and a Friday. And then they were banned there.
Oh, it's kind of like the pre-show as well, though. They just wanted to put Sami Zayn in it so he could be out there in front of the crowd. That's it. Saudi crowd.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the whole show was just sloppily put together. There was nothing really planned. They're like, oh, well, we'll just do this. And that's what happens when you have a sloppy creative decision-making, because it put up for one shitty event.
Well, I think they need to get rid of doing Saudi Arabia twice a year. I mean, that's just got to stop. I mean, Night of Champions should have been enough, or just keep it crown jewel. That's it. We need to start getting more American pay-per-views, I guess, and especially a bigger pay-per-view, because now we're starting to go overseas a lot for everything.
Well, what's wrong with that? What's the first part of WWE? World. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's world, but you're still here in America, in my opinion. We all we've seen is what, Fastlane, and we've seen Payback, and what else has been in the United States this year besides WrestleMania.
I can blame
international shows as long as they're good.
And I can blame WWE for ruining another sporting event.
I mean, didn't Insurrection used to be a pretty good pay-per-view back when they did the London ones?
Yeah.
See, Insurrection would be a good one in Russia. Just saying.
They need to bring back those old pay-per-views.
Back home from Russia. Vladimir don't say no here. You don't go home.
That's why I said the name just is perfect. Insurrection, huh? Yeah. How about you're all in jail?
I'm actually looking forward to the Australia show. I think it might be good.
And can we blame WWE for having Germany NFL going to Germany? We sure as hell can. National Football League, not World Football League. Throw that out there.
Oh, here we go. You're just mad because that's the only time the Jacksonville Jaguars are good.
I'm not a Jacksonville fan.
Hey,
what the
this
hell
isn't
is
football.
wrong
Shut up.
you?
I'm gonna do what you guys do to me when I start talking about wrestling and football podcast. Shut up.
Fair enough.
Hey, it is related. He said He said that it says world. There's nothing wrong with it. NFL is not world. It says National Football League, but yet we're going to fucking Germany.
In London. Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman versus LA Knight.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Good match, but predictable ending. That's the problem. That's the problem with Roman Reigns' matches right now. Great match, predictable ending. Because you know how he's going to hold the title to WrestleMania.
Do we talk about the mistake of the 3 count, though? Do we think there was an actual 3 count hit?
I saw it multiple times. No, that was just a referee getting down on his hands and knees, and people are saying there was something there that wasn't.
If Ghost says there was nothing there and wasn't, guaranteed there was something there.
Shut up.
Well, I'm going to be biased about this because I'm a huge LA Knight fan. So
I'm not LA Knight fan too. I'm just, I'm playing devil's advocate here. You got to look.
No, he isn't. He's playing devil's advocate to Roman Reigns, who he has no problem taking months off.
Hey, Insidious.
I do have a problem with him taking months off. I'm just saying he's not playing. He's playing the villain champion.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
How can he be playing devil's advocate? MJF is in AEW.
Ooh, that's a good one.
If
you're just an idiot. All right.
No, if you watched AEW, you would have got that joke. So shut up.
Dude, there's enough wrestling throughout the week with just WWE, man. I actually have a life outside of wrestling.
No, he doesn't.
Trying to keep a job. Yeah, I know. Anywho.
Fortnite don't count either, though.
Yeah, Chief.
Oh shit! With Roman Reigns' championship victory over LA Knight at WWE Crown Jewel 2023, Reigns become the first superstar to retain a WWE Universal Championship at 3 consecutive Crown Jewel events.
Oh, what the frickin' do that day?
Yeah.
And do you know what the sad thing is? They're working so hard to build up how many days he's champion, and yet it's never going to count for the lineage of the WWE title because they're too stupid to realize the Universal title is not the same as the WWE title.
Hey, Insidious, what did I say last podcast? We talked about wrestling.
Same damn thing.
And how long did I go on about it? About 5-10 minutes.
Enough where I agreed. They're not the same fucking titles.
And I've said, I know,
and
I've
just like they're too damn stupid to say that Chris Jericho held them first.
Fuck. I just saw the date for Survivor Series and where it's at. I'll be in Wisconsin. Damn it. Survivor Series emanates from the Allstate Arena in Rosemont, Illinois on November 25th of this year, obviously.
But
at
no,
the event, you will witness War Games.
I was just about to say the same thing about the undisputed title, that they'll never say the first person that actually held it was Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho was the first person that held that, though. So,
yep, but they won't say it. They'll say Roman is.
Yep.
Because Roman's the first one to hold the undisputed WWE and Universal Champion, not the WWE
World.
Because those didn't exist then, so that's still irrelevant. He was still the first person.
He's the first one to unify 2 world titles.
For 2K.
Yeah, but there wasn't 3 of them back then, so he's still the first, no matter how you look at it. He's still the first one.
And I don't see how they can keep
3 titles in that era.
Undisputed when Seth has a title.
I know, this is another thing. I'm sick and tired of them calling him undisputed when he can't be undisputed when there's another world champion.
But he still has 2 titles he's walking out to the ring with.
Nope, he's walking out
with one. So what's the point of having a
he's
fucking
just got the one. He's just got the gold one now.
That they still claim is an undisputed title.
Which I think they're going to be getting rid of Universal because LA Knight kept calling it the WWE Championship.
Right.
By the way,
the second Roman lose that title, the Universal lineage will disappear. It'll just be the WWE title.
I think it's the worst belt in WWE, by the way, for design. I do not like the gold of it. I do not like the look of it. I think it is absolutely terrible.
Yeah, once Roman loses, that gold belt will be in his on his mantle. We'll never see it again.
I think you want my honest opinion? I think when Roman loses it, I bet he'll fucking retire.
Probably.
Or at least take like a year off or something like that.
No, because he'll be like Cena at that point. I've done everything. What else am I going to do?
King of the Ring.
I can name one thing Cena hasn't done, and I can name one thing Roman hasn't done.
Same.
Intercontinental title.
Intercontinental title for Cena.
And King of the Ring for Roman. And
Money in the Bank for Roman Reigns.
There you go, the Money in the Bank.
As Cena has won the Money in the Bank.
Cena did it just to add it to his list.
I hit somebody over the head with it. It falls in my hand. I'm like, oh, yay!
I also think WWE needs to edit the rules for the Money in the Bank ladder match itself. Well, you have to be in possession of it on the ground floor to have it, kind of like Impact's Feast or Fired.
Well, look how Otis won the Money in the Bank. He couldn't climb the ladder, but he got it with his feet on the ground. So
I get it.
I forgot he won it.
And then lost it to the Miz, and Miz won the title for 8 days.
Yeah,
I like the Miz. I don't give a fuck.
Speaking of which, how
I'd rather cheer for the Miz than Bianca. I'll just put it that way.
Miz has always been a good face, but I liked him as a better heel.
Miz has only been a face for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, but when Orton was a heel and Miz was the face, they had really good chemistry, and I liked it.
Yeah, they did.
Well, let's talk about the Miz's interview with Daniel Bryan on Talking Smack that time, though, and that's the true Miz right there that we want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Miz is a great competitor and
excellent on the mic.
Excellent. Yeah, he's got one of the best mic skills that they actually just let him go off the rails on his own, like they've been known to do here lately. He's really fucking good at it.
Are they trying to make Grayson Waller the next The Miz?
Oh, good.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, well,
but the problem is you can only have one Miz. There's only one Mike Mizanin. Like there's only one Cena. You could try to even do another Undertaker, but it won't happen. It'll flop over because they are not what makes those people who they are. It's their personalities. I mean, like I said, they could try, but the line of it isn't going to happen because these people are who they are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like you could try and find another 6'6", 280-pound guy and slap Kane on him, but he ain't going to be able to pull off the same.
Don't even get me started. I mean, you've seen in the Indies the Blue Kane.
Yeah,
that shit's funny.
I would just wait till he ever shows up.
And then the real Kane shows up and slams him through the ring. That'd be funny. But you'll never have, like, for instance, another Jerry the King Lawler, The Rock. There'll never be another Rock. We'll just throw that out there now. That's gone.
I get what you're saying. You can never duplicate somebody that's already been done, but I mean,
but let's focus on. I got a question for you guys. What made The Rock The Rock? Was it his mic skills or his in-ring moveset?
I kind of think it was both in my opinion. I mean, when he would get hit and he would take the stunner and like, let's just, say elimination, Hell in the Cell, where they hit the 6-man Hell in the Cell and he took that stunner and flopped all the way across the ring. I mean, that's The Rock right there.
Even Austin said
he just oversold it
better than him.
Yeah. Austin said it was always funny because he would oversell it. How he would hit the stunner and he'd fly over the turnbuckle and then he'd fly over go out of the ring, over the turnbuckle, and end up in the audience. He said it was always fun with The Rock.
Yeah.
He just oversell it every time. But I love the backstage gimmicks the most, like with him and Stone Cold or Mankind or the Kane. Or when Kane got him. It don't matter what you think.
All right, back to Crown Jewel real quick. I do want to talk about one itty-bitty thing. As much as I can't stand Logan Paul.
Oh, man, you're back on this.
His fucking entrance.
What's wrong with it?
Yeah, what was
Classic entrance.
I want that damn Doom Buggy. That's the problem.
Oh, fuck.
I'm pretty sure if you have $100,000 worth of money just to blow on.
So I was at work when Crown Jewel was airing, and I turned it on my phone just because I was doing some prep. And the first thing I see when it finally loads is his entrance, and I'm like, that lucky son of a bitch. And my was like, who's driving the Doom Buggy? I'm like, Logan Paul. He's like, fuck that dude.
I have a question though. About Logan.
Still a douchebag, yeah. Go ahead.
Are they trying to possibly turn him into the next Cena?
No, chance.
The reason why I asked that, Cena drove a Mustang into the entrance at WrestleMania. Crashed through a sign. Now you have Logan Paul driving in through a Doom Buggy.
In the mouth for being stupid.
Who? What?
Go hit him in the head. I think he lost some brain cells when we were.
Logan Paul's going to be great, but he's not going to be John Cena. Like he's not going to be John Cena great. That's just my opinion.
No,
that's what they're trying to do with Theory, not him.
No, they pretty much squashed that idea with Theory. If you notice, he is not on TV as much. They're pretty much squashing that. Because you can give somebody the haircut. You can try and make them cocky on the mic. But in the end, it doesn't pan out. You know, that was the smartest thing Cena said to him.
Oh, here we go.
That match doesn't mean nothing. And it's kind of like the solo match. The match doesn't do nothing for them. Even if they win, it doesn't do nothing. Because at the end of the day, the people still hold your fucking key card. Whether you guys believe that or not, you know, it's still the fact is that he's right. The fans are the ones that make all the decisions.
Really?
So
the fans make the decisions.
Go ahead. Tell me I'm wrong.
I'm going to tell you you're wrong. I remember about 6-7 years ago when John Cena was doing the whole burying everybody thing. I remember a lot of fans would yell, "Woo, woo, woo, you know it, bro." And how many pushes did Zack Ryder get? One.
One.
Yes, and Cena
then I
helped
also
him
remember a year before that, every fan and their mother was doing the Fandango dance. And how many pushes did he get? 0.
Fandango? People hated Fandango.
Everyone did the music. They sang his song just as much as they did Rollins.
That dude was freaking dumb. He had no fucking mic skills at all.
He did beat Chris Jericho though at WrestleMania. Let's just go off that though.
Agreed.
Oh, wow. That's like
agreed. But he had no mic skills at all. Yeah, he had cool music, but cool music only goes as far as the rest of you.
Who else of the fans would chant back in the day? I'm trying to think.
And as for Zack Ryder, Cena didn't kill him off. Vince did. Because Vince said a guy with his scratcher will never go anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, who else?
And that was an interview with Vince. Cena tried to get him that push. And then they did the whole thing with him and Eve to kill off Zack Ryder out of the picture. That's sad when Vince comes out and say that. So you blame Cena for that over something Vince does. That's kind of screwed up.
I mean, the fans did get LA Knight to where he's at right now, though. I mean, you're the top selling merchandiser for the last 4 months. I mean, you've held that position since July. WWE's finally gonna have to push you to do something.
The fans maybe have some pull about it, but let's face it, 10 years, like a few years ago when Cena was on his Cena train, fans would chant other people, and what? Who are you guys chanting? Oh, no.
But you put yourself
because that's when all the little baby girls and the little boys that didn't know any better would yell, "Let's go, Cena," when everybody else would yell.
You know what's funny?
Ghost sucks.
You know what's funny is Ghost. What does it sound like? I think you need to go back to early 90s and listen to Hulk Hogan when his music hit. People hated him. The other ones loved him.
We got that same reaction though with everybody. I mean, you have that one person. Yeah. I mean, Hulk Hogan. You have John Cena. I think maybe you can put in Daniel Bryan maybe in there too. Maybe. I mean, it's just
the difference with him is Tool. How far I'm playing the bad guy.
Hey yo,
Macho Man.
Again, I have no problem playing the bad guy.
Hey yo.
But what I'm saying is, that's what makes wrestling great, though. And it does. That's what makes good TV. But the smartest thing WCW ever did, in my opinion, was bringing in Hogan and turning him heel.
Damn right.
That was the biggest pop.
Yep.
And do I wish John Cena would do that? Fuck yes.
But according to John Cena, heels don't make money.
No, but John Cena was so predictable. That's why, personally, myself in like 06, 05, 07, the SmackDown pay-per-views were so much better than Raw because you knew exactly what was going to happen. John Cena was not going to lose the belt at every pay-per-view. Nope. And so it was just very predictable, like Roman Reigns. And that's where this pay-per-view thing gets boring nowadays, is because you know that Roman's not going to lose that belt unless it's at WrestleMania.
This is what I've been trying to tell Insidious. It's different when it's a face versus a heel. When it's the face that always wins all the time, and they keep trying to push the face as the underdog. Oh, can the little John Cena defeat the evil monster today? Yeah, because we know he can lift 500 pounds. He puts Big Show on his shoulder. But when you got the evil Roman Empire kicking down all the little guys, it becomes a David versus Goliath. It doesn't work when the Goliath is the face. It doesn't work.
I'm going to ask a question. WrestleMania 40. Who should they put to beat Roman for the title?
The Rock.
Undertaker.
Okay, is this who they should or who they will?
Who they should, in your opinion?
Oh, definitely The Rock.
Brock Lesnar.
Now, we already know Brock Lesnar ain't going to beat him. Brock Lesnar's already lost. Brock Lesnar's out of the whole picture. He's no longer getting back into there.
Now, here's the thing. I don't see it being The Rock.
Could we have a hypothetical question?
No, I don't see it being Rock either. I'm just saying.
I could give you a hypothetical answer.
What?
In my opinion, I hope it's Cody. But then I would also wish this to happen is that as soon as Roman goes to the spear, a certain somebody walks in and slides and hits an RKO as he's trying to spear.
To help Cody win the title?
Winner by RKO. Yeah, Cody Rhodes.
Okay, now that's who you want. Now, who do you think they're going to put in that spot?
I hope Randy Orton, to be honest.
I mean, Randy Orton would be the best one because at the end of the day, I think Randy Orton is the one that deserves to beat Ric Flair's record of 16 times. I mean, he's right there anyways. So if that's what we're going to do, I think that's where you put him up there.
Is Randy a 16-time champion?
No,
I think
14. Is he 14 or 15?
He's 14. But you're right. The legend of the greatest champion of this era losing to the legend killer, that would work.
That would be the perfect ending to it. However, I honestly think they need to put an up-and-coming star in that spot to beat Roman so it skyrockets their career. That's why I think they failed last night.
Won't happen.
Roman win.
Won't win. Won't happen. They're looking at Roman's best interest.
Ghost has said this in the past. Right now, it's up to Roman and Heyman on who beats him for the title.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't going to be until it's somebody who they choose. And it's going to be somebody that we'll never expect to win. But in my opinion, I do look for it to be Cody because he's the only one that has a reason to win it.
What about Gunther? Where does he stand?
Gunther, to me personally, I believe, me personally, he's not very powerful. If you put him on an actual... Well, you didn't hear a gun go off, so you can't say it was me.
Okay.
But anyway, another person I'd like to say is Sheamus. He hasn't had a title run in a while.
He's rumored to be leaving.
Of course he is. But then again, why wouldn't you? He hasn't had a title run or any run at anything for how fucking long?
Yeah, and I'm very pissed that they gave him the Intercontinental title.
Should have won that at Clash of the Castle was one of the best pay-per-views we've seen all in the last 3 years, and they should have gave that to Sheamus.
I'm just gonna say, if Vince McMahon was still in charge, Gunther would have lost that IC title to Cena.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, probably.
Just saying.
But you know what?
Because he can't say he's a Grand Slam champ.
He's not. The Miz is a 2-time.
But you got to admit, though, when I thought Cena came out there, I was waiting for him to challenge Roman. Instead, he brought out LA Knight. I was shocked.
Yeah, me too. So here's my next question. I've asked Insidious. So now I'm going to ask the Ghost and Wyatt. Revolution 2024 for All Elite Wrestling. Sting will retire. Who should retire him?
Undertaker.
I'm going to say, could you do the angle of Darby Allin?
That's what me and Insidious said. We said Darby Allin should be the one.
Yep. It's kind of where I'm going with it.
Be the one to beat him.
And I mean, really, there's nobody else. For one, let's just go with the Big Show here really quick. The Big Show, I think, needs to just put the boots up and not wrestle ever again. That's just my opinion for AEW. And then the thing about AEW is it's like the retirement home of WWE, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, though.
Just like someone posted video on YouTube that I saw that if you got attacked by Orton within the last couple of years, you end up in AEW. Christian, Edge, Henry, Paul White.
Actually, Edge wanted one more angle with Christian. That was his main thing.
Yeah, I know.
It means he was under contract and had no desire to leave AEW. That left Edge with no point, no
got a
way.
Title. Why would he leave AEW?
I don't know. The same reason.
Well, you could hold tag team titles with your buddies.
Which she had a title.
So here's my next thing. You know how Ronda Rousey retired from wrestling, right?
Supposedly.
Why in the fuck is she working the independent scene if she's retired?
Don't know, don't care.
Yes, she is.
But she's also on the
independent
for a
scene.
UFC fight.
She's working for Pro Wrestling Revolver, which is run by Sami Callihan. She has a match in California coming up, and she just won a tag match with oh my god, her UFC buddy, that's married to Roderick Strong, down in Mexico.
Do we have video proof of this, that she's fighting the independent scene?
What happens down in Mexico stays in Mexico.
That's Vegas.
Ask Toby Keith. It's Mexico.
It's Vegas.
Ronda Rousey, Pro Wrestling Revolver.
$20. Next thing you know, you spend $20 and you're married to a hooker and has a kid.
And see this, and you know this how? Do you have a secret life?
The Hangover. Hangover movie says it all, and it's all accurate.
This is Cultaholic.com. Ronda Rousey set to make her Wrestling Revolver in-ring debut on November 16th, with the Rowdy One set to team with four host woman and teammate Marina Shafir in a tag team match, as she will face Ring of Honor Women's World Champion and Athena and her minion in training Billy Starks in the main event.
Gotta love Randy Orton.
So, Chief,
goes for you on your computer.
Yeah, why?
Pop up Facebook in another tab. I'm getting ready to send you a link so you can share this.
Why don't you just put it in the comments section?
Let's see if it'll let me do that.
Well, while he's doing that,
there you go. There you go. Copy and paste that and share it.
Anyway.
Or don't.
No, I trust you. I believe you.
I think he was doing it for Wyatt.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I told the Chief and Sidious here that you pretty much kicked my ass with wrestling trivia. Because you got dates in that head of yours. And I just want to see what the...
By the way, I just got something added to my collection now. So I got the SmackDown Women's Champion that Mommy decided to retire on, which is personally my favorite women's title of all time. And then I got an autographed signed picture of Mommy right beside it too, hanging up on the wall. So big fan of that. Adding to the collection.
All right, Chief. Pop up some questions. See what you got.
Hold on. So the NWA, which is owned by NWA President Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins, is rumored to sign a TV deal with the CW network. Well, apparently that might not be happening because he allowed Father James Mitchell to, at one point in the segment, sniff something that looked like cocaine. It was a white substance that he snorted.
It was just baking soda, I swear.
I swear it was just powdered sugar, officer.
Hey, and you know what? I don't know what they're bitching about.
It probably was powdered sugar. That's what's messed up.
No, probably not. Because in Hollywood, the producers are snorting the shit in front of cops. And they still have jobs. Don't ask me how I know this.
Whoa. Okay. Let's see if I can do it.
Hey, real quick, it's 9 o'clock. I want to tell you guys.
I think I'm going to try to stump Wyatt.
All right, you better hurry with these questions because I'm getting ready to jump off here. So you better throw me some quick speed questions here.
All right. As you know, the very first... Damn it. Stupid pop-up ad just caught me.
Question, does he watch just WWE or all wrestling?
Nah, it's just WWE.
Okay.
So WCW questions are definitely out of the question.
Yeah, I was strictly WWE. I'm the same way when it comes to like AEW versus WWE. I'm one-sided here.
Okay.
As you know, the first ever
Punjabi WCW I know a little bit more about, to be honest. When it comes about past, because I was a bigger fan of WCW than what I was of the Attitude Era. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I was all about even though I'm only I did watch WWE. I mean, obviously, I got into it big in like the early 2000s, but just watching the history of all the Attitude Era. I mean, going back and just repeatedly watching it all. I mean, it's the greatest time. I mean, I wish we could live through all of us for wrestling.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's what I loved about WCW when Hogan fucking took that semi and smashed that ambulance, and people were in the audience were actually went to the payphone and called the cops because they thought Hogan committed a murder.
That was horrible.
And Hogan laughs so hard he goes, "That's when you know you're doing a good job." Is when the audience actually believes you just killed somebody.
All right, let's
and
go.
That's, to me, that's wrestling that today lacks so much of.
Yep. All right.
If the audience doesn't believe you,
he left.
Then how are the people on TV supposed to believe you?
That's because Insidious wouldn't shush.
Fuck my dick.
All right. Dang it, I had a good one too.
What was
it?
Who was in the first ever Punjabi prison match in 2006?
Really?
Yeah.
That was the best you had.
I knew it would. I thought it would maybe stump him.
No.
Okay, fine. Then you answer it.
His name is on the tip of my tongue, but it's the one that always come out with him because he turned his back on him in 2006. I actually watched in 2006. I just can't remember his fucking name for the life.
Wasn't it Batista and Great Khali?
Nope.
No. It was the guy that turned his back on Khali when he came out with him. Kajari or something?
Nope.
You sure? Because I'm pretty sure that's what led into that match.
Nope.
It wasn't Umaga.
Nope.
But it was around that time frame because that was when Cena was battling Umaga.
I think Chief just looked it up.
I don't blame him.
No, because I want to make sure you're fucking right. First ever WWE Punjab prison match.
Oh, you're doing a podcast?
I told you that.
I forgot. Sorry. You're still doing it.
As you said, Survivor
Oh
Series?
shit, I fucking knew that.
Do you know we got your podcast?
No.
Okay.
Well, just say it because I'm no fun with it right now.
Taker and Big Show. It was supposed to be Khali, but he had to miss it due to illness.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. So how the fuck could they call it that?
Because they already promoted it.
So you fucking do it for when he's back. You don't just. That's what ruins WWE. I swear to God, man.
Yeah, he wasn't medically cleared.
Wait, so you're telling me only certain superstars are allowed to have certain kind of matches?
If it was Khali's match and he came up with it, yeah.
Hey,
or else what's the fucking
so you're telling
point
me only
of it?
Taker can do casket matches?
First off, LA Knight had nothing to do with this match because he wasn't around.
Well,
second,
if you
Big
think
Show
about
lost
it,
because
yes.
of Khali's
who made
interference.
it?
Khali still showed
Who
up.
made
He
the
cost
casket
Big Show the
match?
match.
I know, I remember.
Insidious. Khali costed Big Show the match.
Oh, I'm not saying it, but still, he should have been in it.
All right. Hey guys.
It was his fucking match. That's like putting a casket match and saying the Undertaker will not be in it, or Kane.
Well, I know he's at work, but
or anybody medieval will not be in it. We'll say for this, you're going to do a casket match, but we're going to put Cena versus fucking Cody Rhodes. There's no point. No fucking point of it.
No, that you should make that match and I quit instead.
Actually, Damian Priest could use a casket match. I mean, his character could probably work with it.
Not right now. He ain't dark enough. He's darker than he is.
No, now you're just nitpicking.
Anywho, guys, I think it's time.
No, it's not.
And you couldn't do this when Wyatt was here?
Well, if Insidious would have been quiet, we could have.
All right, what you
got? She worked for National Wrestling. Yes, it's a she. She worked for National Wrestling Alliance from 49 to 83.
What the fuck?
Tori
what, Mae Young?
No, and no. Born July 22nd, 1923.
Oh, fuck. I don't even fucking know.
Died November 2nd, 2007.
Fuck, I don't know. Betty White?
Oh, Moolah!
Are you serious? Are you fucking serious?
Did you seriously just type that Insidious or a Ghost? Because I heard your keyboard.
No.
Yes, it was fabulous.
I was typing, but then the second you said the date 2007, I remembered Moolah.
Yes, it was Moolah. No,
I was guessing because I only know of two.
No, the reason why I had Moolah's pulled up is I was going to ask Wyatt, Fabulous Moolah, how long did you hold on to the title? But he ended up leaving.
All right. Look, I gotta go to work.
Oh, 1 minute. 1 minute. I'm going to give you one real quick.
Go ahead.
What superstar debuted WCW, then went to WWE, and then went to TNA using the exact same name he debuted in?
AJ Styles?
You said went from WCW to WWE to Impact?
Yes.
And is currently in AEW?
No, currently not wrestling.
Okay, there went Sting.
He had multiple feuds with DDP, and at one point there was a feud between him and Kimberly in DDP.
You know I'm not big on WCW, so...
Shit. When he appeared in WWE, it had something to do with Evolution.
One person I'm thinking of is Hulk.
No.
When Orton RKO'd Hulk during the Legend Killer gimmick.
Nope. In TNA, he appeared with a broken foot.
Damn, that's...
His
you
gimmick
see my arms, but they're stretched out.
His gimmick refines.
Was he a part of ECW?
I just said the biggest hint you're ever going to get.
Okay, say it again.
His gimmick refines Fandango. a matter of fact, when he first came out, a lot of people compared the two and said Fandango copied that person.
Hey, just to let you know, he never wrestled as that name in Impact. He used his real name.
I'm gonna say when, as far as I remember, he came out as that name because Lex Luger's the one that brought him out.
Shamrock?
No, Disco Inferno.
Hence the arm.
Who the hell was he in WWE?
Disco Inferno.
I don't remember that at all.
This is before you
He
were
was
watching.
only there for a short minute.
Oh, for the love of Pete. You suck. Good night. Fuck off. Okay, wait. Fuck. No, wait. You know what? I'm not leaving like this. No. We are not leaving like this. We are not leaving that.
I have one question for you, real quick, Ghost. It has nothing to do with wrestling.
Are you ready?
It has nothing to do with football.
What?
The next time we go on location, are you going to be a wimp or are you going to be there?
Dude, you make it seem like it was my fault. You know very well when the wife wants something, the wife wants something.
Like I said earlier,
he's scared of the ghost.
Like I said earlier, always using wife as an excuse.
Oh,
hey, the ghost is scared of the ghost.
No, he's afraid of Dark Angel's gonna whoop his butt.
Ooh.
Okay, that's it. Time for your turn. Guess the wrestler on your end.
Hey, wait a minute. You said Dark Angel or Fallen Angel?
You're funny.
Christopher Daniels has nothing to do with this conversation.
All right. This
Angel's Wings coming up.
Okay, this wrestler debuted in 1987. And he debuted in WCW in 90. He's wrestled in the WWE in 91. From 94 to 2009.
You all right?
And he's also wrestled in the Independent League since 2009.
How many champions?
In the WWE, he's a 6-time hardcore champion and a 4-time tag champion. One with Bodicus Bart, one with X-Pac, one with Cody Rhodes, and one, if I say, it'll give it away because it's too obvious.
Bubba Ray.
Nope.
You said he was a tag partner with Cody Rhodes?
Yep. I know that's.
Was that in WWE?
Yep.
They ain't Ted DiBiase Jr. There ain't no fucking way. He's too young. But it could be Ted DiBiase Jr. Senior.
Oh.
Hello.
He hasn't really held any other titles. I mean, he's held a couple in...
The one that gets me is the hardcore.
He was a hardcore champion.
Because I keep wanting to... Because the only thing I can think of is Hardcore Holly, and I know that ain't it.
Yeah, see, this got it.
No shit.
That was it.
I'm 2 for 2 tonight. What the fuck?
Good job.
Hey, Flair. How you doing?
Yeah, the fourth person who held the tag title was Crash Holly, and I knew if I said that, I'd give it away.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only reason why I thought Hardcore Holly is because he got the name due to how many hardcore titles he actually held at the time.
Even though Ravens held it a lot more than that, but that's
27.
point.
I'm just glad you didn't say ECW because that would have gave it away.
What?
Because he wrestled in ECW as well. That's how he cut his side open.
Yeah, that was a nasty table shot. Yeah.
Yeah, it was off that table versus Rob Van Dam.
Mm-hmm. That was probably one of the best matches I've ever seen, too.
Yeah. It was a good hardcore match, that was for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? That was one match I always wanted to see. Was Mankind versus Hardcore Holly.
Oh. You know what? I met him a couple times, and I actually asked him, hey, who's the one person you wished you got a chance to be in a match with that you never got a chance to be? and he not even hesitating. He didn't even need time to think about it. He said Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, I believe it.
Shawn.
Who do you think would have won the match? Who would have won the match? Shawn versus Hardcore, both in their prime.
If Vince was booking it, it would have been Shawn.
Yeah. If it was let them decide, it'd go down to whoever gave enough or thought they gave enough. But here's a question: who would you want to be the heel and the face in that match?
Do they have to have a heel or face? Can they both be faces?
No, because most generally nowadays you have to have a heel and a face.
That's not
Just
true.
how Vince works.
That's
just how
true.
Vince works.
That's not true. They just had a face versus a face. They just had a face versus a face at the freaking pay-per-view.
My thing is, Hardcore Holly did a better heel.
Oh yeah, definitely.
My opinion. But he also had a good face to him. But in my point of view on this, I would have to say I would want Shawn to be the heel.
Okay, who's the face versus face of the pay-per-view?
Technically speaking, McIntyre is yet to really turn heel yet.
Oh yeah, that is true. All right, so last question before Ghost leaves.
What's up?
I have the red and blue for Survivor Series for a reason.
Yep.
Who do you think should be the team captains for both the men's and women's teams?
Oh, honestly, for the men's, personally, I know this is probably like a weird idea, but I think it'd be a good one. Both the general managers.
I was going to go the opposite.
They can both wrestle. They both can wrestle, or they can at least be the managers in the corner.
Okay, true or false? Have they both held the NWA title?
Huh?
I was thinking the opposite. I was thinking Seth and Roman.
Roman's done for the rest of the year, according to sources.
Yeah, but both are head of the fucking table on their shows. The champion's always the head. So that would be dumb as hell for them.
Yeah.
Pierce, Aldis, have they both held the NWA World's title before? True or false?
I know Pierce has. I'm not 100% sure if Aldis has or not.
Yes, the national treasure Nick Aldis has won the NWA World's title before.
I kind of figured he would have because of his age. I know Pierce has.
Okay. Real quick before we all
know who Aldis is married to, right?
Yeah.
No.
Mickey James.
Yeah, I know that.
So
which is why I'm surprised she's not jumping ship yet.
Her contract hasn't expired. That is why.
Quick question for you both before we head out of here. Who has the most Survivor Series wins?
Like, hold on. Like
Total.
at the pay-per-view or like Survivor Series matches? Like the elimination tag match?
Like in general, the Survivor Series pay-per-view.
At the pay-per-view. Shit. Well, I know it ain't Taker because he actually has a bad
Survivor Series wins.
And you can look this up because I don't even know. I was just questioning it.
Oh, you suck. You can't ask a question that you don't know the answer to. You're disqualified. You lose.
I know.
No, it's just a question. It wasn't
Undertaker.
a trivia question. It was just a question.
Taker.
Undertaker has a win. I thought so, but I wasn't for sure. But
I thought Taker had a bet. Oh wait, that's SummerSlam. Never mind. All right. They both start with the S. All right, guys. Catch out.
Yep. Later.
Yep. Later.
You stay.
All right. Yeah. Something tells me we're switching topics.
No, I'm answering your question.
How about them boys?
Fuck off.
What?
Dallas lost the Eagles by 3.
I knew this. Who cares?
So you were asking about Survivor Series records.
Yeah.
Here are your top 5 records. Number 5,
in there somewhere.
with 8 appearances. Sorry, 9 appearances. Natalya holds the record for most appearances at Survivor Series in the women.
And probably lost them all.
4, Undertaker holds the record for the most wins at Survivor Series. He has made 18 appearances. He has won 13. He has won 13 times out of those 18.
That would be Taker.
That is Taker. Number 4, the injured Braun Strowman has never lost at Survivor Series. Number 2, 2 men have a sole Survivor Series record, that both of them are first name Randy. Orton and Savage. I have no clue who the fuck this is. This must have been before my time. Aja Kong is a female elimination record at Survivor Series.
That sounds really familiar.
And that record has still yet to be broken. She's the only female to ever eliminated 4 members of the opposing team, a record that has been matched by her male counterparts on 2 separate occasions, but has never been beaten since 1995, when she eliminated WWE Hall of Famer Alundra Braze, Kokono Inui, Kaparita Azara, and Saki Hazagawa. I probably butchered those names.
I don't know any of those people.
Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman have tied the record, but it has not been beaten.
Sorry, guys, stretching. So, quick question here, and off topic. So, for those of you that were with us today, how many of you liked what we did today?
I don't think anybody that's in here was with us back then.
Well, we got 4 viewers. Some of them had to have seen it. Well, Scribble and Pixie, I know were there. I don't know if they're in here now. But because I definitely want to do a lot more. And with me getting off at 10:30, I could do a lot more of this on my own, like here in town. But because it's already nighttime.
All of you are trying to figure out exactly what Insidious is talking about. Earlier today, we broadcasted live from Mars Hill.
It's one of the haunted cemeteries here in Ottumwa. You should check it out. It has a lot of detail, a lot of history there.
It's in Wapello County, but it's marked as Bloomfield, Iowa. But yeah,
it's got a lot of dark history, a lot of good history. It was definitely a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun doing it. It was also a day we get to spend with each other for a change, rather than just always working. So we might do another one in the next couple weeks. We've yet to choose the location, though.
Yeah.
I was still thinking about Shaw Cemetery because there's actually a really cool grave there. I wouldn't mind bringing up. And besides, I'll ask that question off air because I know that's personal, same as mine.
So stay tuned because we are that was the debut episode of Highway 34 on location.
That will also get a chance to go through some personal areas of mine and Chiefs where a lot of you may not know.
I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna be right back. I got to pee.
All right. As we go through the cemeteries, you'll find a darker past to ours. I will take you through some of the burial sites that I know of some friends of ours that died when we were in high school together. We'll go through some of those as we walk through the cemetery I want to go through. It's There's actually a veteran there from Vietnam. It was quite intriguing. He actually has a Purple Heart. I actually had to do a paper of him in high school, and that's how I learned about him. And it was kind of cool to know. So if you ever get a chance to go to your local cemetery and look up some of these old graves, do that. But also, if you can't read them, take a piece of paper with you and a pencil, and you can kind of get an outline as you scrub back and forth with the pencil, and you can get an outline of their name. And when you do that, Google them up, because some of them have some really cool history behind them. That especially Vietnam veterans, World War II veterans, World War One. A lot of those are a lot of things that you would never know. And Chief is now on 2 different things. So yeah, that's a little weird. I did not get a chance to do that today. Today was more about just kind of going through and just having fun. He wants to go back out there during nightfall. I'm skeptical because I remember what it was like going out there at nighttime, and I hated it. It was absolutely stupid. Especially during certain times of the night. Going out to Mars Hill it's spooky. I'm not gonna lie. It is by far one of the spookiest things I ever want to do again. I know Chief. I don't know if he's been out there during nighttime, and I have. I will walk into any cemetery at nighttime, and now it's just me, which is fine. I've done it. I've walked through the Atumwa Cemetery here in town at midnight, and he's back again, which is weird. It doesn't show him even in my guest list, but okay. But Mars Hill is by far one of the most freakiest places I've ever been to at night. Mainly because it's out in the middle of fucking nowhere, and it's so peaceful that it scares the hell out of you. And if you were in our stream today at all, you'd be able to know that just how quiet it actually was out there besides the wind. It was really peaceful and quiet, which is probably why a lot of people like to be buried out there.
My wife made the comment after we left that she told your wife that we all 4 need to hang out more.
Yes, and I did hear that, and I said the same thing. So
we haven't
that's why I brought this up. That's why I brought that up before you left. I'm like, was this the way for us to really start spending time together? Is do these on locations?
Oh yeah, I heard that.
And yeah,
we don't know if Ghost will join us from time to time. So the main people that's going to be involved with this is me and my wife, him and his wife, and maybe his stepdaughter.
Oh yeah, it's her stepdaughter. She's all up into the paranormal stuff. I am going to start getting more of that, actually. I never did find my spirit box. I was hoping to catch some ghosts on there, maybe talk to a couple of them, but I wasn't able to get it to find it. But next time we do this, I'm hoping I have some gear. But it was definitely a lot of fun today. Like I said, if you didn't get a chance to watch it, it's on Twitch, it's on Facebook. Go check it out. It's worth the watch. I have not yet to rewatch it myself to know if I could hear anything in the background. I don't know. Have you redone that, Chief, at all?
No, I have not rewatched it yet. No.
Because I know cameras can pick stuff up, audio wise, and whatever our naked eyes can't see.
I did game with Scribble for a little bit. She didn't say anything weird happened, but who knows how long she was in it for.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know if it shows up while we're live or not. So I want to go back, just kind of take a look, have a look, see, and see what I can hear or what I can find. I know we did stream for an hour. But it was definitely a lot of fun. I had a blast doing that video, and I would not mind doing more of them. But I really want to take a metal detector back out there though, because I think that would be fun.
For those of you that were watching, or do plan to watch that episode, when Insidious and I ended the On Location podcast, his wife did notice that someone had threw a dog kennel over the side, like one of the ones you take them to the vet. And on the opposite side of the bridge, we did find a puppy that had passed away there. So people are still being cruel and throwing living things over to the side of the bridge.
And actually, if you probably go back into my stream, I did take a video. He will be on the right side of where I was at. If you if you were to pause it, because there was a brief moment where I actually took the camera and paused it there. If you can actually screen capture that and zoom in, you'll probably be able to see him. He's right across from the tree on the right, just right next to the bridge. If you were to go, right over it, you can see.
It pisses me off that they're still throwing living creatures, whether it's dogs, cats, whatever it is, whether it's human.
But you know what I thought about, Chief?
Pisses me off that they're doing it.
You know what pisses me off more is we never seen a gate on that.
On what?
There was no gate on the front of that kennel.
Oh, the dog cage probably fell off when they chucked him over.
No, I'm thinking they took it off and chucked him over.
Maybe that's why he wasn't able to get up on the road. Probably broke a leg. Yeah.
Yeah, he was thrown over it. Thrown out of it.
And it still pisses
I bet you they
me
weren't.
If I could find the person, I would probably beat them to a pulp. But yeah.
I agree. But that's all I have for tonight. It was definitely a lot of fun. And like I said, if you guys get time, check that out. It was a lot of fun making it. Definitely a lot of fun being just out of town for a while. Real quick question. Where was your mom buried at, Chief?
Sunset View, Moulton, Iowa.
Oh, in Moulton?
Yep.
I'll have to look that one up. Wonder if it's had haunted reporting.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, if we do Shaw, Arthur Thrasher's right across from where my mom is. I'm not for sure where Rob Allen is. But I definitely want to get more paranormal stuff though, because these cemeteries are somewhat intriguing to me. But no, that's all I got. Unless Chief has anything else he wants to add. Oh, he's looking that up.
Haunted places near Moulton, Iowa. Centerville Railroad train tracks. Mars Hill Church. Hotel Ottumwa.
Of course.
Ottumwa Cemetery, Stone King Cemetery in Russell. Hotel
Ottumwa Cemetery, I call BS on. I call BS on Ottumwa Cemetery because I've been through there on Halloween night. You can't get any more freakier than that. There is nothing weird there. Nothing. And besides, never mind. I won't be a dick. I'll be nice.
I want to see if this place is still open because it's in the town that I'm living. Top of the Rock Grill.
Well,
Davis County Cemetery. Birthday Bridge, Mount Pleasant. All right. According to this, it's not saying that Sunset View Cemetery is haunted.
Well, maybe that'll give us one to do.
We're talking about Iowa, so I'm just going to go through them real quick because you and I talked about some.
You know what gets me is everybody wants to go out at nighttime. Ghosts don't care if it's day or night. If they're going to come out, they're going to come out.
All right, so here's the top 13 haunted places in Iowa, Insidious.
Yeah, go ahead.
On June 10th, 1912, the 8 people,
went back,
6 children, 8 people, 6 children, 2 adults were murdered in their sleep over 100 years ago by an unknown killer. The killer entered the home and killed all 8 with an axe. The axe was found inside the same room as the children. You can tour the house in the backyard cemetery or make a reservation to stay the night. It is $628 if you want to stay the night. In the Vasila Axe Murder House, which is on the opposite side of the state.
If I make it through the night, do I get my money back?
Right.
Because I knew at one point that they were actually doing a thing on Halloween nights. If it was $1,000, and if you stayed, you got your money back.
Oh, it closed its doors in 2001. Bullshit. Built in 1920. Built number 2. Built in 1921 on a donated farmland, the once abandoned schoolhouse sits isolated with only a few buildings around it, including a 150-year-old cemetery across the street. After closing its doors in early 2001 and sitting abandoned for 5 years, a local couple purchased the building and quickly realized it was not completely empty. Voices, slamming doors, shadows of people, orbs commonly appear. A small boy spotted standing motionless in a stairwell. An unseen figure helped steady one of the owners who lost their balance on the stairs. You can experience this all for yourself by scheduling a daylight tour with the owners, while the bravest visitors can spend the night. This is at the Farah Schoolhouse.
I'd like to go see that one. Where's that at?
It doesn't say. It just says Farrar. Actually, hold on. It's going to let me click on it. Ooh, I want to go to this one. Paranormal groups have visited and witnessed and documented evidence of the ghostly activity at Farah, including Discovery Channel's My Ghost Story, Ghost Stalkers, Fox News, and Laser 103.3 Radio, Des Moines Register. Ooh. Guests include Slipknot's Corey Taylor. It's not telling me. I'm assuming Farah, Iowa, but
I will look it up. All right, bro, I'm being paged.
Wife?
Yep.
Yes, it is Farah, Iowa. All right, let me go through these real fast. Number 3, from the early, dating back to the 1900s, a restored Victorian hotel in Strawberry Point will take visitors back in time through a vintage lobby, dining room, staircase. However, many claim the hotel is home of 2 ghosts. One woman named Lily, who wears a lavender gown, can be singing and moaning throughout the residence. And a merchant known as Leo, who operated the hotel's laundry for 30 years, can be heard ringing the hotel's old bell door. This one I've heard of. The Cristo Theater and Opera House in the Midwest of Iowa opened in 1950, offers a 100-year history to live performers and motion pictures. The theater currently stands empty because it is haunted. Edinburgh Manor, Scotch Grove. It was redone in mid-1800s to be a poor farm where the poor disabled would go to farm and return for room and board. Today, the Scotch building is open for tours, overnight stays, but be warned, one of its spirits, called the Joker, is known to be violent, throwing plates across the room and attempting to choke living people out. Number 6, Malvern Manor, built in the early 1880s, is a hotel. The building has since gone through various owners. One housing a nursery, really. You can schedule a 30-minute tour Tuesdays through Sundays for $10 a person.
No, I want to do a tour.
Guests have been reported seeing and hearing everything from shadow figures, voices, to unexplained sounds like moans, screams, and footsteps.
Nope.
Oakland Cemetery in Iowa City, home to the menacing 8-foot-tall Black Angel statue. This Iowa City cemetery has been known to be scaring late-night thrill seekers for decades. The statue watches diligently over the Follett family plot and was once a beautiful Gothic monument. It was installed in 1912 to mark the sorrow of Teresa Follett after losing her young son and husband. After Teresa's death in 1924, the statue mysteriously began turning black, starting with its eyes. Many theories surround this strange occurrence, including the belief that Teresa was secretly a witch and cursed the statue to protect her family's gravesite. Today, these legends are accompanied by the belief that touching or even kissing the angel will result in instant death. Visitors also reported hearing ghostly voices and seeing strange light anomalies floating throughout the cemetery. This is the one my wife told you today. Stony Hollow Road, Burlington, Iowa. Though Iowa has a strange collection of haunted roads, this is known as the scariest one of them all. This stretch of gravel outside Burlington, Iowa comes with the story of a woman named Lucinda, who reportedly threw herself off a nearby cliff after leaving her husband and left her for another woman. While locals avoid the road at night, it is a popular spot for ghost hunters. It is said to be if you say Lucinda's name 3 times, her ghost will appear standing on the top of the cliff. But be warned, should she lay a rose at your feet, legend says you will meet your demise the following day. Number 9, you're in the city. Hotel Ottumwa in Ottumwa, Iowa, built in 1917, which is currently up for sale. As a luxury hotel, the building was closed in 1973 and sat abandoned for nearly a decade. In 1982, a local family purchased the property and restored it to the hotel it is today. However, the Ottumwa building reportedly houses several unwelcome guests. In the basement, the apparition of a woman wearing a white is often seen in the face of a man following guests down the halls. Other apparitions have been seen throughout the building, often accompanied by the sounds of breathing. Book a room to experience it for yourself. I can say I have delivered pizzas in that hotel, and I can say the man breathing is legit. Dubuque, Iowa, known for a textbook haunting, this home-turned museum offers plenty of history and scares for the visitor. The home's former owner, Mathis Ham, came to Dubuque in 1833 to take advantage of a steamboat business, where he met his wife. A company expanded his home to accommodate their 6 children. Throughout the years, several family members have died in the home, including Ham, his first wife, their daughter May, as well as an intruder shot and killed by their daughter Sarah.
Well, hello, Pixie. You are still here.
Since being turned into a museum in 1964, employees and visitors have reported a variety of mysterious activities. While apparition has never been seen, the cold breezes randomly blow throughout the house. Objects moved unaided from room to room. Lights flicker and disobey light switch, and various sounds such as footsteps, scooting furniture, and music of an organ can be heard. Number 11. Squirrel Cage Jail, Council Bluffs. As the only 3-story revolving jail ever built, the Squirrel Jail has already had an interesting history. Built in 1885 and used until 1969, today is a museum and tourist attraction featuring many explained occurrences. Visitors can tour the Council Bluffs jails, often report seeing or hearing several ghosts, including that of the jail's first resident, a young girl dressed entirely in gray. From opening to closing its doors, strange lights to disembodied voices can be heard within the building to give you the creeps.
You know what I really want to do? That no one's done here in Ottumwa yet. City Hall.
Number 12, the Mason House Inn. I've driven by this, but never stopped. Keosauqua, Iowa. Built in 1846, the quaint hotel was once used as a hospital and a station on the Underground Railroad during the Civil War. With its rich history, the hotel was also rich with paranormal activity. It is thought to be one of the most haunted inns in Iowa, with 100 spirits inhabiting at any time. Some of these spirits include a white nightgown and a lady in a white nightgown and an old man who stares at visitors. Spend the night in one of the Keosauqua Inn's 9 themed rooms to see for yourself. And number 13, which is unlucky for the state of Iowa, Banwell Terror Bridge, Fort Dodge. There are many tales behind this rural bridge, but the most unpopular is rather gruesome. It is said that a woman brought her children to the bridge to watch the train pass below. Instead, she threw each child over the bridge railings, watching as they were struck and killed before jumping in front of the train herself. Fort Dodge locals warn against stopping your car on the bridge without locking the doors and windows, as the woman's spirit may try to throw you yourself off. Visitors who are brave enough to exit their vehicles reporting seeing strange orbs, hearing voices in the woods, or a woman moaning beneath the bridge, finding strange handprints on their cars when they return. There are 2 audible mentions, which one is Tedros Cemetery in Killerton, Iowa, and Hazel Green Cemetery in Ackley. There's one building I wouldn't mind going into. However, I spent 2.5 years in this building, and I have heard some strange shit in this building. And I don't know if it was guys doing guys or what it was, but I have heard ghostly shit late at night that has woke in almost everybody in the building up, and that is the prison in Mount Pleasant, Iowa, that the state of Iowa actually doesn't own. Shish, we're not even talking about wrestling at this moment in time, Lacey. We're actually talking about haunted places within the state of Iowa and surrounding cities.
That we're thinking about going to do. We did one today, Lacey. You should go check it out.
We're not exactly sure if we're going to be live on all of our social media when we do the.
Because that's what we started with, and then we switched over to this.
Yeah. We're not sure if we're going to keep going live through StreamYard when we do these. We might record and upload to YouTube. We're not 100% sure. Depends what time we go, or if we have someone that wants to join us.
Us too. We did one today here at a local cemetery. It's called Mars Hill. It was okay. Ghost wants to go back out there at night. I'm not a fan. I have my reasons for not being a fan, but that's me. It's not my favorite cup of tea.
Okay, so the Top of the Rock Grill that I said was haunted here in Fairfield is no longer open.
That's a good idea. Then we should just talk to the owners. I've had some experiences at cemeteries. One during the day, one at night. And the one at night happens to be the place we were at today. And a lot of bad mojo there. You can hear in the video of the girls saying they were getting headaches. Chief got one. I finally got one as we were leaving. As we pulled away, it went away, but my neck never did. In fact, my neck.
Hey, what about my phone?
Yeah, your phone going all chaotic.
It was flashing black in different parts of my phone, like someone had hacked my phone.
We were live on Twitch today with it. Just right before this one, actually. It was about an hour long. It was bad. Chief's phone got bad enough. He actually had to bounce off of my Wi-Fi. It's on mine and his. We both went live. She don't see the video, Chief.
Yeah, I know.
I can't back out on my screen. I don't have an extra phone with me either. But I'm going to rewatch it because I want to see if I can hear anything that I didn't hear while we were there. I want to see if I didn't see anything that I didn't see while I was there. And I know the wives, both our wives said they happened to hear the baby cry. I didn't hear it. I don't know if Chief heard it. So that's something I want to go back into the video and try and hear myself.
It was actually 47 minutes and 56 seconds.
Okay, so almost an hour. There was a point that we went down into over a ditch just to kind of show what was down there. We found some flowers off other people's graves.
Say it was on YouTube too, Lacey. I was actually getting ready to send it to you.
So there's a couple of things on there I want to look for myself that I didn't get to see. When I was out there before, the church that's in the video is not the original church. The original church was burnt down. I did show you the foundation where it was sitting, though. A buddy and some girls we were with, they went into the church. They actually ended up getting locked in. This was before cameras today are as advanced as they are. So they got locked in. I was actually pushing on the door. He thought I was doing it. I was still by the car. I never stepped foot in there because I had bad vibes. And when I have bad vibes, I intend to freeze up. And I froze up.
Insidious. I'm looking at a picture that was taken years before the fire. That church is sitting on the same lot. It was an outhouse that was on the other lot.
An outhouse? Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm looking at the picture.
It's a pretty big outhouse. All right, send that to me. I'll look at that in a little bit. But anyways, they got locked in. He thought I was holding the door shut. I was not holding the door shut. I was actually nowhere near the church. They were pulling. I was pushing. The door wouldn't open, and all of a sudden it opened, and I flew in. See, there was the original church. So go behind it.
I can't. It's literally.
That's all the further you can go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're talking about. Okay, so there was an outhouse behind it. All right, so that church actually was that big. Wow, I never realized it.
Neither did I.
But as we were on our way there on this gravel road, we had dogs trying to bite the tires. We had it got really foggy really quick. In town there was no fog. The moon in town was yellow. The moon out there was harvest. It was really fucking freaky. It was just really bizarre on how everything changed going out there at night than what it is during the day. If Ghost and Chief want to do this at night, it's fine. I'll go back out there at night. I'm just not a fan.
My wife really wants to
what
go back.
I do remember of us getting ready to leave, the car wouldn't start at all. We had to push it out of the cemetery down the road a little bit, and then it started. The same dogs that tried to bite the tires did not bite the tires as we were leaving. They didn't even try. It was just really bizarre, the things that were trying to keep you away from there at that time of night. And it was just crazy. And I can't forget the red eyes, the 4 red eyes in the woods either. That was really just, yeah. even adult me probably would not try to go to that area. And bear in mind, I'm not scared of the supernatural world. I'm just red eyes just remind me of Hellhound. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I see. And I'm not in no hurry to go introduce myself to a Hellhound. But me personally, I see all these people catching ghosts at night, and ghosts don't have a curfew. Just people want to do it at night because midnight's considered the devil's hour, and they think that's when everything moves. They can move any time of the day. It does not matter to a ghost. Trust me. From someone that's had his fair share of ghosts in his life, it doesn't matter. If it's daytime, nighttime, doesn't matter. But the one that still gets me to this day is my mother's. I don't think, Chief, you ever heard this story.
No.
I would say I was 21 at the time. I was in a very bad spot, very bad place in my mind and my heart. My emotions were high. And I remember being so upset, I actually hit my mother's tombstone where her face would have been on the ground talking to her. In a not so great mindset, I said, "I love you, Mom, and I miss you." What I heard next would have been on my left side. Bear in mind, I'm looking where her face would be. Was, "I love you and I miss you too, son." Now, I don't know about much about you all, but when I looked around, there was nobody out there but me. And I can tell you what, I wasted no time getting back into my car and getting the hell out of Dodge. Either or, any time after midnight would be considered devil's hour. Most people consider it to be midnight. I don't know why, because at 3 a.m. to midnight doesn't really matter because, like I said, ghosts do not have a timetable. They move all the time. That's my point. And like I said, coming from someone that has own encounter with ghosts, including the one about my mom that was in the middle of broad daylight, is enough for me.
Hey,
and that's what drew me into the.
Want to make a road trip? Want to do a road trip?
Where?
Nebraska.
Where? Why? What's there?
There's 5 haunting places in the state of Nebraska.
Read them off real quick. Let me see if they catch my eye.
The Museum of Shadows in Omaha. Alliance Theater. Ball Cemetery in Springfield.
Cemeteries always are the ones that catch my eye the most, and I tell you why. Because some of the stories that you hear about cemeteries they're more fascinating to me. Like the guy that dropped dead in a somewhat cemetery because he thought a ghost touched him and it was a damn twig and he gave himself a heart attack and died.
Hey, I know, that's the one I'm reading right now. Seven Sisters Road, Nebraska City, Nebraska. Some may have driven past the stretch of road unaware of the tragedy behind the locals named for it. The story goes that in the early 1900s, a young man lived in the area who, in a fit of rage, led his 7 sisters, one by one, to 7 trees on the individual hills and hung all of them. Those brave enough to traverse the road at night have reported inflexible car troubles along the road, even screams from the darkest of nights.
Interesting.
Which I'm copying that. And then the last one is McCook, Devil's Canyon.
There's a couple places I want to go. Alcatraz is the biggest one I want to do. But I'm really anxious about our city hall. Actually, the tree around City Hall, I really want to do. Chief, and do you know why? That tree has hung so many people. And you know it has a story to tell. In our, I don't know if Chief knows this, but in the bottom of our city hall, we used to actually have an electric chair down there. Still do. You can't tell me that ain't haunted and nobody's done any of it? I'm down.
Like I told you, there's one place I want to go. The only thing is we would have to get permission from the governor of Iowa in order to go there.
Which is?
The Capitol.
Good luck getting to that force field. We'd have to actually drive there and actually talk to her because that's the only way you'd get there. And
no, we'd probably have to get the paranormal license in order to go in there.
No, you wouldn't. You're Iowa Paranormal. They'd tell you, do you have a degree? I don't need a fucking degree to study paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
I would still be down to do it.
Me too. And our wives have already said wherever we go for this, they're going with us.
The other one I would be down to do as well is in Tennessee, the actual Green Mile. Gribble, you know any haunted places? It don't matter if it's all there or not. It don't have to be. But all right, Chief, I'm gonna call it.
Hey, the Green Mile is the nickname for death row at Cold Mountain Penitentiary in Louisiana.
I thought it was Tennessee.
It was filmed in Tennessee, but the real one is in Louisiana.
Pennhurst. Waverly Hills Central Ohio State Reformatory. Pennhurst. Those are my top 3 bucket list places.
So what we're hearing is when we're ever that way, we know where we're going.
Yep. I know I'm going back to Wisconsin back in July. So if I knew some places there, those would be fun to stop as well.
And yes, there's a reason why I'm prolonging this. Give me a minute. We got to do our normal and find one lucky person to raid.
Well, Scribble's not live, so she's out.
And I'm not raiding one person because he's playing a game I don't like.
Who's that?
Sorry, Itachi, we're not raiding you. Yeah, I know Itachi's on, but he's playing Fortnite.
Hey, it's about to become, yeah. She goes, that's a lame, LOL. We love him. What's lame is Fortnite. Even though it's about to become, bye-bye. I'm also going to look into that
You guys might think what I'm going to say is crazy, but there is one place that I would love to go to the very bottom for paranormal, except getting down there would be a pain in the ass.
Hey, Chief. Hold on. Do you remember that grave we were looking at by chance?
Where we all got our headache?
Yeah. I want to look that up.
No, but I can go back through the video later and find it.
That's what I was thinking about doing too.
That is a fair enough point, Pixie. That's why I actually opened his chat already. For those of you that are in Ghost Streaming, I'm going to go ahead and raid you off first.
In Ghost Streaming?
Mm-hmm. Which I'm going to talk to him about actually dropping the underscore in streaming, just leaving it Ghost MAF on his account. I might go live with... It's 10, yeah, okay. That clock's pissing me off. It still says 11. Let's go read Itachi underneath Ghosts. Give me 1 second, folks. Okay, what the heck? Why is this? Oh. Because that one's not muted. That's why. It's like, why is this showing? So yeah, we are going to raid Itachi, or should I call him his Twitch name? Immortal_9. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream Call of Duty or not. I don't work tomorrow, though, so I might. It depends. Scribble, are you still on by chance?
Yeah, she said I vote with Pixie. I'm raiding Itachi.
Alright, so we are going to raid Itachi or Mortal9.
She says I'm here. Why?
I'm not talking about in here. I'm talking about on the game, bozo. Anywho, that's all I have for Ford. Stay tuned. I'm going to be editing the video for the On Location podcasts. Send me an invite.
She said, oh, yeah, unfortunately.
That new video will be out the next time we go live on location. Well, if I could drop the 721 souls that I have in the game, I would drop them for you. And you'd be done. So, we're going to take over, and City is streaming over there, and then Highway 34 will follow suit here when we end.
Well, Insidious is about to end now, since I'm about to get off.
And now you guys are going to hear double me. Hold on, let me mute my mic so you don't hear double. So you all have a great night. We'll see you when we see you, I guess.
Have a good night,
keep talking crap. I hear you.
I am Insidious. Thanks for watching this podcast.
This is the Ghost, and thank you for watching our podcast.
And I am the Chief. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great night.
I know we're still alive, but this is how I have to say this.
Miss you
Chat
all.
just realized you were in your car.
Obviously.
AKA Scribble.
I don't have any internet in my house.